Today's sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we wrap a busy first week of the season with a second of two on a Monday night between our visitors and the Seattle Seahawks. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by a young man, probably with some butterflies here. A lot of anticipation making his first NFL start.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Second and 4. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
A gain of 7. First down, Aftershocks.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 of the 6. A very strong gain at 23. The opening drive, it continues, Charles, to be all pass, and it's working. Now they're on the doorstep of a touchdown here, 1st and goal.
Brandon, because it's working so well, I think the entire playbook is open for them right now. Do you want to run it? Do you want to continue to throw it? Spin the dial. Make your choice. But right now, you like what you're doing in this possession.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Aftershocks are on the board here first in the season opener.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled. And wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets. They don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this one complete to Reed. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, a 22.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 40. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 15.
They'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. So not only do you not get the first down, but you've also made things a lot more difficult on your field goal kicker.
Yeah, they're still in range, but you're exactly right, because you know the kicker's over there saying, thanks a lot, you just made my job a little tougher, because when he kicks it now, he'll kick it lower because he's got to get more distance. That means there's more jeopardy for the ball to get tipped or blocked.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they are able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week one. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And on now is the punter, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Murphy now to return. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards that time.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he wisely will throw that one away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a handoff running through the middle. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. An 18-yard touchdown Brown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Set for the second quarter, San Diego in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Steps away to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they'd pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Gets around him. Again, the juke. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Looking to throw. Eluding the... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks are starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
All told, they get 13 yards on that play. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And his guys are going to take the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And out now come the Seahawks.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the defense. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them, because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. So let's be aggressive and go after them.
They go run there to the first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Aftershocks go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, it's only Week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work in preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
It's so educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're not panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
First down pass. Complete to number 88. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
49-yard line.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open receiver, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to throw now on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure out of the passer.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the second time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one. 3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. They'll look to throw here on first down. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. The Chargers with a strong performance as they get the win at home in the opener. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. The Dreadnoughts with an ideal start as they move to 1-0 in front of their home faithful. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And it was important for them to get the season off on the right foot. And they've done just that, thanks to a very solid outing by their passing offense thus far. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Back to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the 1st down yardage.
54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Complete to number 88. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll look to throw.
26-yard line.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
They're going to look to throw. And it's intercepted.
And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half.
They just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
A nice completion there for the 1st down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
On the carry, it's Holmes.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. 33 yards.
And the Seahawks get a bit closer.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it all culminates with a Seattle score.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4.
Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll set up to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 2nd and 4. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Complete to number 14.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he is swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll drop to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Aftershocks are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. So that, amazingly, a 17-play drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holmes. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down.
So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way, maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see. But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully accurate reading. Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. But I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And they bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Murphy. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Back to throw here. And this one complete to Reed. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
It's now 2nd and 10.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice throw right there, and these fans look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Again, he'll drop to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Over the middle, it's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Complete to number 88. He's on his bound to the 12-yard.
Back to throw again. This caught. Reception by Holmes. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown. It's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And able to work his way down to the 16. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
Well, partner, that'll do it. These Week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for our visitors, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.